What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to MANIACITV, man. Today, we got K-Flock the Driller walking them down from the Insider Hotspot YouTube channel, man. Now, listen, we all know what's been going on with K-Flock these last couple of days, everything he's involved in right now. The feds got him right now, man. And honestly, like, when the news first broke, I'm like, man, this ain't looking good at all. And then immediately made me think of Bobby Shmurda when Shmurda and Roddy Rebel and them was, you know, when they first started popping and then, you know, they get taken down like that, man. But I saw new evidence came out and he actually might have somewhat of a defense in this whole case, man. But we ain't doing no more talking. We gonna see what this video all about, man. Let's get it.
Look, the boys come again.
Yeah, it's no more free Dougie B, but it's gonna be an RIP. Yeah. It's no more free Dougie B, but it's gonna be RIP.
Where my mother talking like that? Where my?
He right there. Where?
He right there.
Don't run!
Touch me.
Hey, yo, was the car still running? This nigga, hold on, man. This nigga hopped off so quick.
Don't run!
He said, don't
touch
run.
me. You are? So we still on it.
Nigga, that's the definition of on site. Nigga said, fuck this shit. There you go right there. And was on live while doing it.
Feel like word of my mother. Words to my life.
Around 11:30 Sunday night by the corner of East 178th Street and Webster Avenue in the Bronx, police say two men pulled scooters up next to a cab Medrano was taking to a recording studio. They then shot him in his head and chest.
What up, gang? Back with the real. You know what's the deal. The gang wars with rappers in the hood never stops. And the Bronx has been paving the streets with the blood of youngins wildin' and acting reckless on live. I'm talking not giving a damn about any life, filming themselves, riding around the block, lurking, and running down on ops to wanting to murk their own family member. It's crazy out there, especially with Bronx rapper K-Flock, who we're gonna focus on today. Everything I just said is under the rapper's resume of savage shenanigans, and it gets even worse. Let's chop it up and break down his growing list of beefs and his mentality that anyone can get smoked anywhere, anytime. The Bronx is known for having their legends in the rap game. From Fat Joe to KRS-One to Remy Ma and Slick Rick. But the youngins have created a new wave of hip-hop that takes the drill trend, popularized by Chicago, and turn it into Brooklyn drill with their own style and twists. It has seen the rise of young rappers with talent to make it to the top, but that new gateway to fame has a curse that follows around rappers and hood savage K-Flock like a dark cloud. Kevin Perez, also known as K-Flock, is a member of the Blood Set around East 187th Street in the hood.
I want to say this real quick. I feel like drill, as entertaining as it is for us fans, especially Bronx drill, with, you know, them remixing all the songs and whatnot, man. And I don't know if this is true about the law that they passed in New York, or where, you know, judges and courts, they can't use lyrics as evidence against rappers when they get arrested. I don't know if that was true or not, but I feel like drill songs, because of how vivid and just how specific they are, especially like in the last year or two, it won't help a case at all. But like I said, if in New York, if they can't use any of those lyrics against them, you know, he might be good in that way. But, you know, they, like I said, it's very vivid in their songs, man. They hella specific. But I don't know, man. That's like the downfall about this shit, man. And a lot of these times, 9.5 times out of 10, a lot of the niggas that send this drill shit, they ain't lying about this shit in their music, man. So that's kind of like the risky part about the shit.
To fame has a curse that follows around rappers and hood savage K-Flock like a dark cloud. Kevin Perez, also known as K-Flock, is a member of the Blood Set around East 187th Street in the hood, known as Side. The set has been locked in a growing beef with rival Bronx gang known as YGs, which stands for Young Gunners. Breaking down the history of the beef, of how the two collided, would involve diving into how the OGs, original goons, and YGs fell out when one two-timed the other. You can drop a comment letting me know if you like a separate video detailing the full backstory. For now, we'll focus on K-Flock and the dangerous life he lives. From just 2020 to present time, K-Flock has accomplished big milestones in the music industry. He's become one of the most favored to reach Pop Smoke status out of the Bronx and take the drill sound even higher. Crazy how we never would have known of his talent if it wasn't for his homies, B Love and Dougie B. The trio grew up together since they were little, going to school.
Yeah. How far back y'all go? Like, how long have y'all known each other? Like, oh, so y'all grew up together?
Yeah, I used to live.
He used to live over there.
Yeah, on that side.
Okay.
I used to live over there.
Gotcha.
I used to live on Coleman, so it's not. Yeah, I used to go to school over there. Yeah, like.
But B Love had a thing for rapping first and pushed K Flock to hit the studio and pursue the rap lane so they can all blow up and not be tangled up in the street life they were living. In this interview, just shown where he says when he got home, he's actually referring to being free.
Nigga, who is this? K Flock? Who is this, man? I know this ain't one of them niggas. Hold on, man. Nigga, and this motherfucker looking like Brock Lesnar. Hold on. Goddamn.
Life they were living. In this interview, just shown where he says when he got home, he's actually referring to being free after finding himself behind bars.
No, it couldn't be none of these niggas, man. These niggas look... Nigga, who?
When he got home, he's actually referring to being free after finding...
Came out looking like Hulk Hogan.
...himself behind bars. This was also...
Braun Strowman looking ass
where
nigga.
He really changed his mindset to pursuing rapping when he got out and encouraged Dougie B to do the same after both were behind bars together at one point. Block doubled down on his mindset, releasing one of his first ever public tracks titled FTO in May 2020. The song was a remix to 22G's Blicky Gang freestyle and instantly set him on the path to gaining recognition on the mic. His buzz rose up the ranks, releasing back-to-back bangers like Op Spotter featuring B Love with a viral dance for the track, Speed Racing featuring B Love, and Brotherly Love featuring B Love and Dougie B that took them into the spotlight.
So when this record came out, obviously it
K Flock was off like a rocket, and his mans in them was right behind. By summer 2021, he was dropping hits like Being Honest and getting one of Chirac's illest, G Herbo, on the remix. K Flock had it, the cadence, the emotion, the bars, the flow. He had everything to be the star he was becoming. But his street habits and lifestyle were like a part of him he couldn't let go. That's who he was, and it was seen in everyday life. Dude was ready for smoke with the entire Bronx. On any given day, Flock would round up the gang and hop in the whip to go op hunting in the streets.
And that's the blessing and the curse about it, man. Cause yeah, you know, everybody know, you know, your music blowing up, but you really in this lifestyle. It ain't like it was back in 2005 where the fakest niggas could be the biggest rappers. No, nowadays, man, these boys really got stripes behind their shit. Yeah, you got the money, and like I said, when I did the video on him being arrested, I'm like, the lifestyle they in, man, that bullshit is gonna follow them. They just ain't gonna up and leave that shit right away. Like shit, they pledged into this shit. As much as they may want to actually get up and leave and move out to LA, which would be, you know, the ideal thing to do, these boys ain't doing that shit. Come on now. You still gonna have hella ops after you in the city. You gotta protect yourself.
Let go. That's who he was. And it was seen in everyday life. Dude was ready for smoke with the entire Bronx. On any given day, Flock would round up the gang and hop in the whip to go op hunting in the streets. Not only that, but he'd record the entire thing on live. Even though he was now popular in the music scene, he loved the streets. When he found a target, K Flock wasn't gonna clout for the cam. Bro stops the whip, hops out, and walks down on the ops, leaving them running. That alone should tell you, this man is the real deal Holyfield. His drill raps are because he actually drills. This ain't Bob the Builder. This is K Flock, the driller.
He right there. Where?
Nigga went on live.
Don't run, nigga.
K Flock's hothead was clear in his demeanor, and he had the craving for bloodshed.
Craziest thing, didn't K Flock did sports too, man. So you know the nigga fast. You know that nigga Cavs probably, man, listen. That nigga fast as hell.
K Flock's hothead was clear in his demeanor, and he had the craving for bloodshed. A combo that often saw him ready to expose himself to danger when confronted by anyone. This became a trend, even with his growing success. Anyone that came for him, he went as far as pulling up to their hood, in front of their building, testing their gangster.
Come outside, we in front of our building. Look, we in front of our building.
We were seeing the beefs on screen, but little did we know, deadlier ones were brewing in the streets where lives were being lost. In his song, Is You Ready?, released in August 2021, a bar went over our heads. Starting off his verse, he said, "Go ask my ops, it get ugly. I could do shh like Ice did to Sonny." Studying the bar deeper, it's a reference to the hood classic, Paid in Full, where Sonny's uncle, Ice, kidnapped him to do him dirty. Then, the connection came to light. Turns out, K Flock was in a heated beef with a family member, and that family member was the YG's banger, D-Thang.
Can y'all imagine if K Flock was out like yesterday on Christmas? If D-Thang and K Flock, like, they moms can't even have a get together with the family. Nigga end up getting choked out by the Christmas tree or something. Like, just imagine just how awkward that is in like family occasions. Like, you can't do Thanksgiving, you can't do Christmas, birthdays, nobody, like, these niggas can't be in the same spot at the same time. Like, I don't know, man, that's tough.
Was the YG's banger, D-Thang, who was K Flock's cousin. D-Thang heard the subliminal and responded, confirming their beef and that the line was meant for him.
He ain't related to me. Like Ice did this, Sonny. Can't wait to see Auntie now. Huh. Just gonna learn today, I ain't gonna lie. So stop playing with me, bro. Gangsta, bro. So stop playing with me in they raps, bro.
Their fallout dates back to the beef between the YGs and OGs, inherited by K Flock's set, Sev's side, for having connections to the OGs, who he has shouted out in interviews before. I F's with my real OGs. That's the original goons, gangster. But what persons didn't know was that casualties were occurring behind the beef. This dates back even further, but in relation to K Flock and D-Thang, a central point was K Flock associate Jerry and Elliott, also known as J-Rip. J-Rip was caught lacking by his ops on July 2021 around 3:15 p.m. on East 187th Street near Prospect Avenue.
These young niggas so wild. This nigga said 3:15 p.m. This shit, that's when the sun at its brightest, and y'all doing drills that damn early?
21 around 3:15 p.m. on East 187th Street near Prospect Avenue in the Belmont section when they hopped out the whip, pointed the strap, and let off shots. J-Rip was hitting his leg and chest multiple times while outside the Angels Cafe with another friend that dipped and got away. Jay ran into the cafe where he collapsed and was taken to St. Barnabas Hospital where he was pronounced deceased. Cops would later reveal that J-Rip was a known gangster who was arrested 8 times, including for burglary and assault, and spent time in juvie. They also released details saying that he lost his life as retaliation for the gang-related drilling of 19-year-old YG's affiliate, Tyquil Doherty, that happened prior. Cops would arrest a suspect shooter for the murking of J-Rip, but not before K Flock's Sev's side camp could get revenge for the passing of their homie, J-Rip. What's even more crazy, the retaliation was one of D-Thang's mans, who just a week earlier was dissing K Flock on live, begging for Flock to come with the smoke.
Like, what's pop out? Yeah, yo, K Flock, pop out right now as we speak, nigga. Wanna make sure.
He got his request just hours after J-Rip was murked. The give back was swift and gruesome of Ramon Gil Medrano, also known as Rod G's. Reports state he was on his way to a recording studio when he got.
Around 11:30 Sunday night by the corner of East 178th Street and Webster Avenue in the Bronx, police say 2 men pulled scooters up next to a cab Medrano was taking to a recording studio. They then shot him in his head and chest.
Both K Flock and D-Thang taunted each other on live, dissing both of their fallen mans. The beef is still continuing and involves other underlying altercations between the two sets, but that's an entire vid by itself that I can work on if you guys would like a breakdown.
I feel like it's so much shit that's like going on. Like, we only see the surface of this whole beef of K Flock and D-Thang. We only see the surface of it. We don't see all the shit. Like, listen, it's probably niggas that, you know, like niggas that are actually from the Bronx that probably know all the details about this shit. The videos here on YouTube, this is probably just this is like the shallow, the what they call it, like it ain't even the deep end of the water. Like, this is up here. Like, we ain't probably even know half this shit that's going on.
With all this going on, you think K Flock would slow down?
Hell no.
But hell nah. If anything, bro was all gas. still riding around looking for ops.
Over here, they knowing that, bro. Take a left, matter of fact. Take a left and go through this. They know somebody over here, bro. Real shit. Bro, where y'all at, bro? Where y'all Louis Long at?
Pulling up, getting into it with cops.
And they got their cameras off, y'all. Look at this nigga, y'all. Look at him.
This nigga K-Flock. No, it's like when I initially like first listening to him, I'm like, okay, he look like he a laid back ass nigga. Like he don't be out there doing none of that shit. This nigga the main damn nigga. In cops' face, I'm on Instagram live riding around. I'm pissed if I can't find a damn op. Like this nigga a loose screw.
Cameras off, y'all. Look at this nigga, y'all. Look at him. That nigga clown.
The only black cop over here, he's a dick sucker.
Dissing fallen ops.
Get back to your mans, nigga. Your mans is dead, nigga.
And ready to end the life of anyone that violates.
EBK. Say EBK. Everybody king. Everybody. Word.
That energy was King Talk, and he claimed that title as the King of the Bronx for real. This brought his next beef that ended in teeth being knocked out and dudes literally getting the hoodie stolen off their back. Bronx drill rapper Ron Suno took offense to K-Flock, claiming King of the Bronx because that title belonged to him.
Talking about King of the Bronx this, King of the Bronx that. That can't even go band for band with me though, you heard? If you the King of the Bronx, you gotta show me more than 100K or better, you heard? And talk about drill this, drill that. I don't gotta do no drills, so I got gonna do that for me. Respectfully. Remember?
The two went back and forth, throwing jabs at each other online. The beef escalated from online to in person when the two and their crews saw face to face at Rolling Loud. It was an all-out brawl that had even security in the mix, throwing hands, trying to get control of the situation. Jaws was getting rocked left, right, and center. After the brawl, both sides took to online in typical modern day street code to win fans to their side as the victor in the battle. Both sides claiming they beat the brakes off the other side. First, Flacco's homie said he was falcon punching dudes.
De Niro, when y'all see his mouth, tell him to take a picture of his mouth right now. I knocked him out. Me, Sticky, I knocked him out.
Then, Suno's man said he was the one unleashing the clothesline from hell on the opposition.
Y'all niggas is running around with security. Security is fighting for y'all, and y'all running. Stop running.
It was one big back and forth, saying who was capping and who was doing the beating. Both switched to picture mode to taunt the other side. Ron Suno claimed he knocked some teeth out and had the injured knuckles as receipts. K-Flock said him and his team gave Ron Suno the smackdown. Ron Suno says his crew of 4 deep whooped Flock's crew of 30 deep. K-Flock's homie shares a pic of him putting a 300 Lil Reese combo on someone with a yellow Ford. Ron Suno's homie pulls more receipts, tells Dougie B to come get his bloodied hoodie.
I feel like honestly though, with this fight, I don't even think you can't really say, oh, one side won over the other. I think both of these niggas, they was just beating each other ass. I feel like it was just an all-out Royal Rumble in that motherfucker. I can't even, like, I don't think anybody got knocked out, but they was beating the fuck out of each other. It wasn't no, oh, we was all beating them or they was all beating us. Nah, they was just, everybody was just beating each other's ass. That's what it was.
His homie shares a pic of him putting a 300 Lil Reese combo on someone with a yellow Ford. Ron Suno's homie pulls more receipts, tells Dougie B to come get his bloodied hoodie after they done him in. Dougie B switched things back to video mode to clear his name.
Fuck LPT, fuck Strucker.
Ron Suno followed, dropping a lengthy video clowning Block's crew.
Yo, how you gonna say you beat me and I got all busy with these I got on my hands. Yo, bro, we went busy on y'all. I got on my hands. Bro, they was running, bro.
Luckily, no one lost their lives to this one, and hopefully it ends before that happens. K-Flock has a good thing going with music, even performing in front of thousands at Rolling Loud. Hopefully, he can let the street life go and focus on making music for the streets. He's had enough losses to let it get in the way of his wins. It might be too late though, as not too long ago, he posted his cryptic message to his IG, hinting that he may be going to prison soon. If so, it's free K-Flock till it's backwards. He's too good a talent to lose it all to the streets. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Catch you all in the next one.
Now, the new evidence that came out, according to academics, was that K-Flock didn't initiate that whole confrontation that went down when he allegedly murdered the man. that I guess that person saw K Flock walking down the street and initiated it, and they said, you know, K Flock defended itself. So that's why I said I feel like he could have somewhat of an argument in this whole case. Either way, man, it's crazy. You know, like I said, K Flock, somebody I've been in tune with for like 3-4 months now. You know, just watching his career to be a tragedy for his career to end right before it even really gets started, man. But K Flock the Driller, walking them down, link down below in the description for y'all to check it out in its entirety, uninterrupted. Y'all new to the channel, y'all rock with me on daily reaction videos. Hit that subscribe button, follow me to the next video. I'll see y'all then. Thank you for watching MANIACITV. I'm out.